just this little bit
And enrollment numbers.
in this, yeah.
It's 5 o'clock, and I'd like to call the meeting to order. Lisa, could we have a roll call, please?
Director Seaver. Here. Director Rice.
Here.
Director Karati Simon.
Here.
Director Sauer.
Here.
Director Lappy. Here. Vice Chair Raha.
Here.
And Superintendent Nolan.
Okay, meeting's called to order, we have a quorum. Public comment, do we have anybody who wishes to comment? Nope. Recognition of guests or visitors. Do we have anybody who wishes to address the board? Nope. Okay, item 4 is the agenda. We have some changes to the agenda. Okay, under the personnel section of the agenda, item G, we are going to add a motion to approve the transfer of Darlene Hanson to job number 179, temporary high school custodian, step 3, effective November 22nd, 2021. Then item H, we'll add a motion to approve the posting of job number 181, internal, external, paraprofessional, 31.5 hours per week in the high school, effective November 23rd, 2021. Then in the business section of the agenda, we are going to delete item B, a motion to approve the collective bargaining agreement between ISD number 695 and Chisholm Local 1276 for the period of July 1, 2021 through June 30th, 2025, and withholding the Schedule C of the contract until a later date. And then under business item C, we'll add a motion to approve payment to BSN Sports in the amount of $7,105.42 for the purchase of football equipment. So, hearing the changes, I'm entertaining a motion to approve the agenda as amended. The motion is by Clarice. Is there support?
Support.
Support by Danielle. Comments or questions on the agenda? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 5 is the motion to approve the minutes of the November 8th, 2021 regular meeting. Do we have a motion? Motion is by Shelley. Is there support? Support by Cindy. Comments or questions on those minutes? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 6, reports. Item A is the superintendent's report. Adrian.
You have a copy of a proposal we have a student right now that has an opportunity to become a letter award winner in bowling. And has met the criteria of the team, but we've never addressed it here. So I'm asking that we should move forward with that and honor our student athlete based on the criteria that was laid out. It is not a state high school league sport, but it's governed by them. It's just we're not in an approved state high school league bowling team. So we're a club team status, but this individual has met all the criteria as laid out. And I would like to offer them a Chisholm Letter Award for the things that they accomplished.
Where do they participate in bowling?
And it's a combo co-op team with Hibbing.
They have that.
This is, I think it's the first time we've had a student that's participated at that.
First time I ever heard it.
Yep. And it's quite impressive when you look at all the criteria that they had to meet, so way better bowler than myself. So I would say-
Do they pay any dues or anything for their bowling?
I know that they have to pay the associated fees, like lane fees and things like that, as far as if they travel, they divvy up and split that, but it's not sanctioned in any way, like there's no.
You know, like the archery, they have to pay National Association dues and.
I'm unsure, I don't know, I could look into that though if you'd like me to.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter at this point anymore as far as the kids we have going to archery for them to let or anything, but.
Yeah,
They're late for that game.
and any student could, as long as they meet that criteria that's very similar or parallel to what is governed by.
Well, your
these-
national association rules are stricter in Minnesota league, so. But like I said, it's a little too late, because I had asked about that 3 years ago, but it was a no-go at that time because it was in the Minnesota State League sport, so.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I think any way we can promote and support our students in these endeavors is a positive, so I'm all for it.
Well, it's nice that they've set out criteria for some of those more individualized activities that you aren't gonna have, like a bunch, a team for
Well,
every.
the team goes to national finals in Kentucky and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a whole team sport, and I don't know what is bowling, that's individual and.
Yeah.
and
No, I think it's good, and I think they should have, like, the archery should have probably had the same track or had
It's
somebody
like
that looked
skating,
into it, like
same
skating
thing.
was the same thing. We didn't have a.
And I don't know
a
who
letter,
follows
so.
and who tracks the skating stuff anymore, now I know
This
there's.
is my sister does.
They do this.
There's the letter club.
They do, there's a letter,
I
we
know
had
there's
to,
a
yeah.
letter club, and I know Darcy used to follow it to the T to make sure that they had all their.
Well, they have to do volunteer hours and
Mhm.
the whole list.
Yeah, and they didn't have it when I was skating either, it actually was established after, because you had to apply and go through the process, but it's like,
I
it's
know,
like an activity.
it's the same thing, they have to do fundraising and everything for the.
No, they really should do it for all those activities, it's just somebody, you get to digging it
He's
out.
gotta pay $285 for national dues just to join the archery club, and they have to do so much fundraising and. But like I said, that's beyond anything, so if they
But I
don't
think it's good, though. I think anybody who's in an
association
activity should look at what that criteria is, and we should be able to,
It should be
recognize everybody's activities, I mean. I think that's a
Because they're
good thing.
awarded scholarships and everything
Exactly.
for archery.
I agree.
So speaking of sports and activities, scheduled fall meeting or fall coaches meetings with all the head coaches, and I've gone over kind of how their season went, what supports they need. We have kind of a big ask in football. The good news was we got that number down quite a bit to 710542 from the original 924492. Some of these things are, well, they all fall under safety, but the reconditioning of helmets went from 3 years to 2 years. And so we have to do that in a tighter cycle now than in the past. And we had a number of helmets, 12 of them age out. They have a 10-year lifespan and you can't use them anymore. And so this was just one of these kind of perfect storms that a lot of things came to a head all at once. And the reason I put it on as soon as I did, because they're having tons of supply chain issues and getting equipment in, I thought, let's get this stuff ordered and hope we get it as soon as we can. So I'm gonna ask for that approval later on, and we did get a little better price after we packaged all that together. So instead of individually trying to buy them. And so that's later on in the meeting. OSHA update with IEA. They came through and flagged a few things. We had to take care of some chemicals in the chemistry storage and disposal. I think it was around $1,500 worth of work that we had to do there. They flagged us on having to wear lab coats when dealing with the chemicals, and we had to order certain types of gloves for our paras. So we got a compliance checklist that we've taken care of since they last stopped in. Just wanted to let you know. MSBA had a meeting the other day with them and local superintendents to discuss the previous OSHA coming out with a vaccination mandate and requirement. That's tied up in many different courts right now. MSBA has made a statement that if we have policy 209, I believe it is, that. 206, thank you. That we can do a single read and adoption on any of their emergency act policies if need be. They've removed the December 4th requirement. of when that would be, and they basically said, stay tuned. OSHA is pushing for this, it's tied in the courts. If we wanted to take preliminary steps, which I'd rather wait until we play this out so that we do this correctly. So I just wanted to let you know that that's the status of it right now, and I believe I sent you that email, so you have a copy of that as well. I already talked about the football issues. In Gensa, they met with the high school staff the other day. They're meeting this Wednesday with this building and the bond. They took their survey results and they're having the staff prioritize their top 10 list, and they're working with them on refining and honing that. They're sending a second survey to students to basically take their top 10 issues and needs and wants, and then having them rank those in a rank order as well. So we'll be getting those results shortly. The IEA team that was supposed to be here last week couldn't make it due to issues, so we are rescheduling that. So that is kicked down the road right now. And since we only have the one board meeting in December, Gensa wants to know if we can have a working session the week of January 17th from 4 to 8 p.m. And that's going to be the big book review.
The big book.
Yep. So if we can agree on a date on that week, a day, I will let them know. We want to send
Martin Luther King Junior Day isn't the 17th, if that matters to anybody. Or are we allowed to?
We still have school, right?
Yeah, they do it.
And are we allowed to have
Not at all.
meetings that
I
day?
don't think you can have a meeting on the holidays.
I don't think we can.
I don't think we can.
Aren't
So
supposed to
we
have
can't do it
anything
on the
on
17th.
Wednesday either.
So when's Martin Luther King Day?
It's on Monday, the 17th.
So is there a day that week I could?
Oh, Wednesdays or
Wednesdays are better than Tuesdays for me, it's the second or fourth.
If we're scheduling it this far out, I'm good with any
Saturday,
day.
the third Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Well, what's the
Works for
first?
me,
Anybody have a conflict with Wednesday?
Wednesday, the 19th,
Yeah, Wednesday looks fine.
4 to 8, you said?
Yes. Okay, I will let them know and then I will confirm. That's all I have unless anyone has any questions.
To take myself, let me do it on his birthday.
Okay, thank you, Adrian. Item 7, correspondence, we have none. And item 8, consent agenda, we have none. Okay, moving on to item 9, the action agenda. Under personnel. Item A, motion to approve the resignation of Don Lalonde, science teacher, effective January 28th, 2021, and his letter was in the packet. Do we have a motion?
So made.
Motion is by Clarice, is there a support? Support by Jackie. Any comments or questions? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Item B, a motion to approve the posting of a 1.0 long-term science teacher effective January 21st, 2022 through June 30th, 2022. Do we have a motion?
So made.
Motion is by Shelley and support by Clarice. Okay. Any comments or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, a motion to approve the hiring of Ashley Gunderson to job number 175, paraprofessional, 31.5 hours per week at the Von Stephens route, effective November 22nd, 2021, upon completion of necessary paperwork. Do we have a motion? Motion is by Cindy. Is there a support? Support by Jackie. Comments or questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item D is a motion to approve the hiring of Aaron Musburger as a volunteer basketball coach effective November 22nd, 2021, upon completion of the necessary paperwork. Do we have a motion?
So maybe.
Motion is by Clarice. Is there support? Support by Shelley. Any comments or questions? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item E, a motion to approve the hiring of Alec Casenda as volunteer basketball coach effective November 22nd, 2021, upon completion of necessary paperwork. Do we have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Support.
Okay, motion is by Danielle and support by Jackie. Any discussion or questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries.
Grace back on Ashley, we're supposed to do time higher.
Time to hire on Ashley Gunderson.
I got it.
Oh, you did it?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a hire for a volunteer.
No, the one for the paraprofessional.
The para.
I got it, though.
Yeah.
Immediately got it.
Okay.
I think you have to put that in my notes. Okay, item G. A motion to approve the transfer of Darlene Hanson to job.
F.
Not F. Sorry, we messed you up.
Yeah, we just.
We have Alec, F.
F.
I'm sorry,
It's okay.
again, too much writing. I need new glasses.
It's all right. As long as you look up and pay attention to giving you all this sign language.
I watch you, Cindy, I watch everything you do. Okay, item F, a motion to approve the request for a 6-month leave of absence by Carolyn Pogger, effective November 11th, 2021. Do we have a motion? Cindy, by Danielle. Any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item G. Motion to approve the transfer of Darlene Hanson to job number 179, temporary high school custodian, step 3, effective November 22nd, 2021. Do we have a motion? Motion by Shelley. Is there a support? Support by Jackie. Any comments or questions?
She'll be very good. She's very clean. That's all I can tell you. She filled in before and she's very clean.
Okay, very good. Recommended by Director Rice. Okay, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Item H, a motion to approve the posting of job number 181, internal, external paraprofessional, 31.5 hours per week at the high school, effective November 23rd, 2021. Do we have a motion? Motion is by Danielle. Support by Jackie. Any comments or questions? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Item A, under business, item A, a motion to approve the contract for human resources services between Chisholm Public Schools and Independent School District number 701 from July 1st, 2021 through June 30th, 2023 to align with all bargaining unit contracts. Do we have a motion?
So made.
Motion by Shelley. Is there support? The chair will support. Comments or questions?
Now, does this get rid of that committee?
Yes.
Okay.
During the working session, that's what part of the discussion was.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we phone someone for this, or
Yes.
should we does this mean we're hiring that person and we don't know, we're not given the information as to who the person is we're hiring, or just approving their contract, or what? We don't get a name?
So we have to approve it before Hibbing approves it, because it's actually Hibbing billing us and they're a Hibbing employee. And the individual asked if they could have a grace period to tell their employees and family and others to not announce their name yet.
So we don't know who we're gonna be having working for us. We're just gonna hire
I don't
them,
think that
approve the
matters, 'cause
hiring
we're
them,
not
and
part
not
of
know
the
who it
hiring.
is.
But the interview process was done by Adrian, Rick Aldrich, and Alex Kaiser, so they know, and Adrian knows who it is.
Whatever, go ahead.
So I think sometimes we just have to trust their judgment. And they interviewed 6 applicants as far as I remember, so,
That's good.
I mean, it's not that somebody
Well,
just
that's
came
just
in.
information you know, and nobody else knows of it, so.
Hiring of people is not something, we ratify the hiring. We're not
we-
involved in the interview process or
Oh,
anything
but
like
you know
that.
a lot more than anyone else does, is all I'm saying is, no one else was aware of it. This is the first that we've had any information on any of it, so I'm just saying, and that's fine, it is what it is, and that's it, so we'll know who the person is whenever they work begin their 10 hours a week here, and that's when we'll meet the mystery person, and that's the end of it, that's it. Okay, the contract's been approved, we can vote on it now.
Okay, well, so do we have a motion and a second to approve the contract for human resources services between Chisholm and Hibbing? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, item B has been deleted. Item C, a motion to approve payment to BSN Sports in the amount of $7,105.42 for the purchase of football equipment. Do we have a motion?
So they,
Motion by Jackie, is there support?
Support.
Support by Shelley. Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to discussion, we have none. Under information, we have our enrollment report. In your packet.
Can we ask why this item B was deleted?
Sure.
That's the question I have.
There's two components to it. Schedule C language was not completed yet. And it would have turned it into an MOU. And the other part, Alex just got the information and he hasn't ran the up-to-date numbers for the approval. And so we wanted it complete before.
Okay, but there's not any,
No
No,
issues,
no
no
problem.
changes. It's,
that was my big concern.
we wanted it tidied up so that
Yeah.
it was, you
I
could
get
see
that.
everything on it and we were voting on the actual contract.
Okay, perfect, very good, thank you.
and the Schedule C is moving along.
Yes, so,
That's all the activities.
yes, yeah.
Okay,
Updated.
so we have our enrollment report for everybody to review. And then, item E is IEA site summary that was in your packet. And item B is the MDE update on all things COVID. And item C is our enrollment numbers. So, any other business from members? Hearing none, I entertain a motion to adjourn. Motion by Shelley, support by Jackie. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. We're adjourned at 5:26.
We have a 6 o'clock in the high school library for a working session with the city council to discuss our lease agreement and facilities.
I read,